when I get the chance, I want to get you set up. So, are those half dollars?
Those are $1.
Oh, I was gonna say those things. Didn't fucker. Let me see one of those.
No, I can't let you see.
No, that looks like a half dollar. Oh shit, those are some old dollar coins then.
Well, 1977.
Well, because dollar coins haven't looked like that in a fat minute.
1777 through 1976.
They're a lot smaller than that now.
1971, 1977, 1976.
Oh, dude. Would it be kosher if I just gave you the amount of money, the amount of those dollars in cash?
We'll do it whenever the other chick gets here.
Yeah, like, if I could just, because I got that 40, and those would be fucking nice to have, because those things are worth a fucking penny, man. I could sell those and well make my that money. And more. Because those are some old dollar coins, man. That $77 coin, I've actually seen a couple of them going for sale online for quite. Yo, Leo, what up? How goes it? BTW ain't mad at you anyways. Bye. Masin 353. What up? Yo, Greenleaf Josh, what up? Kiora Antonora, I think that's how you say it. I'm sorry I butchered your name. But yo, what up? Andreas E, what up? He just made me mad at him, PBH. How's up? Just a McDonald's employees coming in to do their job.
I know.
Huh?
I know. I just don't need people walking in my store.
Why not?
I have money open. I have the door open.
So? They're walking into the store. Maybe they're just coming to purchase shit. Not guaranteed they're here to steal shit. She said he just made me mad at him, TBH, because he took it as I was mad because I liked him, but actually, if he listened to the conversation, he'd hear that wasn't it. That it wasn't. But nah, he just assumed like every crappy guy.
Go ahead and keep talking. That's all you're gonna do.
But I think what I want to do when I get the chance, I want to get you decent setup so that while you're here at work, since you're doing night shifts and you got a lot of time on your hands, you could be doing live streams and shit to make some cash on the side, Because I mean, it's not like it's illegal for you to be doing that, or like your boss could fire you over it, as long as you're doing your job while doing so, And I'm pretty sure you're allowed to have your laptop here, right, while you're working, as long as you're doing your job. So, I mean, yo, see, he doesn't care. I give 100% and he gives nothing. Right? Bye, I'm unfanning BTW. What you unfanning me for, though? Like, what up? What'd I do? What'd I do to lose your fan?
That's the problem with girls. They assume every guy is the fucking same. And she's gonna assume I'm the same as every other fucking guy. I am gonna be a fucking dick. Shit pisses me
I
the
mean,
fuck off.
I get you getting mad at him and shit like that, but like that don't mean you gotta unfan me though. That's just rude, honestly. Like straight up. Okay, so twin him out, ignore him. Don't mean you gotta unfan me. And just like my last broadcast, he wasn't there, I was there. And all of my broadcasts before that, he wasn't there. He's not in every single one of my broadcasts. Well, if that's the case, why are you unfanning me and stop being a loyal subscriber to my streams? Because like if you still enjoyed talking to me and hanging out with me, what do you mean? Like you're unfanning him or unfanning me? Because if you're unfanning him, he hardly ever uses YouNow. He's only on it because I'm on it, and he streams every once in a while when when he's chilling and whatnot. But I mean, or like chilling in his car and shit while he's driving and whatnot. So that's the only reason he uses it. Oh, alrighty. Yeah, but I mean, like, he said, it's just funny how he says all girls are like this. Girls aren't like this unless they have a reason to be. So, and yo, Ghetto Cheetos, what up? Wonder what kind of Ghetto Cheetos you be eating. I don't know, I know Ghetto Cheetos. Plus, like you said, if he was actually listening to our conversation, he'd know that I wasn't mad about the fact that he got a girlfriend. So, well, I never said that actually. What I said was if you had talked to him about your issues and about your problems instead of sitting here and talking about them on the stream where he is in the background, then maybe you could be able to solve the problem. Yeah, like you said. Sorry, my bad. I did misread that. Dyslexia getting in the way of that. But I mean, either way, if you would talk to him about your issues directly instead of just saying on here what's going on, then maybe you could work out those issues directly. And it doesn't really help your situation, honestly, if you're just going to get shitty and say something without, talking to him first about it. If you want to say something to him first about it and then get shitty and say something, well, if he chooses not to open it or chooses not to reply to it, that's on him, not on you. So so you should do it anyways and talk to him about it anyways, or at least try to, because that's the correct thing to do is to to tell him your issues and then see what he has to say about it, if anything at all. And if he chooses not to say anything back about it, then he chooses not to say anything back about it. Yeah, exactly. But you can't be saying that though if you didn't try to tell him and vent to him your issues in the first place. And by the way it sounds, you haven't even tried to do that yet. Did you send him messages saying, "Hey, I have this issue, I have this problem, let's work this out"? Did you say that directly and give him the time to respond, realizing and accounting for the massive time difference that is there and the day of the week it is, because maybe it was a Sunday and he had church. Not that he goes to church, because he doesn't.
Alright, lower your voice, be low. I'm getting tired and I'm starting to. I need to fucking do this.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be loud.
Not to be a dick at all.
No, you're good. But giving him hints and saying something directly are two different things. See, that's the problem with people, is they always drop hints about whether or not they have an issue. They don't directly say, "Hey, I have an issue. Let's address it." But see, giving hints isn't the way to solve the issue, because that's your problem right there. You gave hints about having an issue. You didn't straight up say, "Hey, I have an issue with this. Let's address this issue." You need to be open and say, "Look, so and so, I have an issue with X, Y, and Z. So let's address X, Y, and Z." I'm not saying it's your problem, and I'm not saying it's his problem either. I'm saying it's both of your guys' problem for the lack of paying attention and the late replies, but also you, because you gave hints. You didn't explicitly say, "Nick, I have a problem with X, Y, and Z. Can we work this out?" I didn't say it was your fault specifically. I'm not putting blame on either of you. I think it's both of your guys' fault that you guys are in the situation you're in. I think it's your fault for not being upfront with him about it, and his fault for just not replying as soon as he could have. I mean, yeah, not all the time can he reply automatically or immediately, but there are some of the times probably could have replied immediately and just chose not to. And that, yes, is his blame. But you at the same time, now at the same time though, you are admitting here that you did not be upfront with him about it like you said you did. Okay, well, exactly. So that's an issue you need to address to him instead of just dropping a hint about it. You need to say, "Hey, Nick, I have an issue with your not replying. What's going on? Is there something wrong?" And you need to be upfront about the fact that that is an issue. Okay, so then you need to express, "Hey, I have an issue with, I have a feeling, I feel that we have an issue with communication. Let's work this out." So it's both of your guys' fault because you're not being upfront about the issues, and he just isn't making time to discuss the issues. But he can't make time to discuss the issues if you don't tell him that there are issues in the first place. So honestly, yeah, it is mostly your fault. Yes, the root of the problem is Nick wasn't making enough time to respond to your texts and your Snapchats, but at the same time, you only further escalated the problem. No, the root of the problem is Nick's fault because he did not make enough time to respond to your texts and your Snapchats and whatnot. But at the same time, no, I'm not blaming you. I'm saying the root of the issue is Nick's fault, but at the same time, you did not help the issue anymore by not addressing the issue in the first place. Had you addressed the issue in the first place, you wouldn't be where you're at now. You would be able to have a good friendship and a good relationship with each other as friends. But you trying to do that because you're not being upfront about the issues. I didn't say most of it's your fault. I just said you're adding to the problem. You're making the problem an even bigger problem than it needs to be. No, I said you're making this small, what is out as a small problem, a much bigger problem by not addressing the issue up front. No, I said most of the problem is that you're not addressing the issue and you're making the issue a bigger issue than it needs to be by not addressing the problem in the first place, is what I said. Yeah, I know, and I just said that's what I said. That you're making the problem a bigger issue, and that you're escalating the problem, and that the issue is not that it's your fault. The issue is that you were escalating the problem and adding more blame to yourself by not fixing the issue in the first place. The day's receipt.
This is the shift's receipt.
Well, that's what I mean. So, like, had you addressed the issue in the first place, then you wouldn't be in the situation you're in. And that's all the issue is that that's all the problem is the problem is you're making a big deal out of him not communicating with you enough, but you're not even telling him. I'm not blaming you. I'm saying the issue is that you're making a big deal out of him not communicating with you, but you're not telling him what the problem is in the first place. So he can't rectify the issue if you're not telling him that there is an issue in the first place. Yeah, you are making a big deal out of it by not telling him that there is an issue in the first place and expecting him to just magically know there is an issue. But he can't know, there's no way for him to know that there is an issue unless you tell him there is an issue. It's called communication. It's how that works. Yo, we're 32nd in the hashtag. Right on, guys. Let's keep that going. Not as high as I'd like to be. So let's see if we can bump that up. Let's get a few more likes. Right now we're at 11 likes. We are at waiting on the thing to pop back up. 2 viewers right now at 11 likes. No shares. Come on, let's get them shares up, guys. Come on. So I mean, well, you wouldn't be getting the blame in this situation. Neither of you would be getting the blame in this situation if both of you communicated. No, I didn't prove that, and that's not what I'm saying. You're putting words into my mouth, is what you're doing. Right now, you are putting words into my mouth. I said that the issue is that the root of the issue is that he wasn't communicating enough with you. But the problem, because see, there is a difference between an issue and a problem. See, the problem isn't the fact that the problem. The problem, yes, is that he isn't communicating with you enough. But the problem is you were making a bigger deal out of it than necessary. As the character Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean once said, the problem isn't the problem. The problem is your attitude about the problem and how you're taking on the problem. Had you chose a different route to take on the problem, you wouldn't be having a problem in the first place. That's what the issue is here. The issue is the way you chose to go about the problem. Okay, well, you took off. Not my problem. You want to be a bitch. She took off because she kept saying that I was blaming her for all of the issues and that all of it's her fault and that everything wrong between you and your relationship with her and vice versa is her fault and that she is the one to blame for everything and that you're just an asshole.
I mean,
And
I am
I'm
just
like,
an asshole.
no, he's not. And then she said, earlier tonight, she said that she told you that she was having an issue with your guys' communication.
No, she hasn't. You realize she's the one who started off with not talking to me as much as I was talking to her.
Yeah. And then she goes on to say a few minutes ago, I dropped hints. And then I said, well, you can't just drop hints. You have to say, look, this is my issue. I have an issue with this. So, I mean, she wants to act like a psycho. She can act like a psycho.
What's the villain? Base game.
Huh?
Base game.
What's up?
Base game.
Techron has their own cards.
What?
Their own cards.
Yeah.
Well, is it like a card for anybody to be able to get, or is it just employees? Because right here it says company affiliated cards. Are those like available for anybody?
Yeah, those are like credit cards.
Oh, they're just Chevron credit cards. Anybody can get one. What are the requirements? Are you able to like apply for one here or like get one here?
Me?
No, anybody. Like,
Assuming so, yeah.
would you specifically as an employee know how to go about doing that? Would you as an employee be able to find out how I go about doing that?
I can ask when my boss gets here.
Well, you should see, because I am curious as to how to acquire a Chevron Advantage card. My uncle works for Chevron. Except for he don't work at the gas station. He worked at like the bigwig head honcho place. Yo, Jacob, I wanna one. What up? And Merger Smike. What up? I think that's how you say it. I'm sorry, I haven't slept in like fucking almost like 36 hours. Somewhere like that. I don't know. But I know I am tired as fuck. And I'm hungry as hell. Hey, did you eat both of those oatmeal cream pies? You fucking chubby fuck.
Blame your mom.
Why?
Because she's the one that made me fat.
How did my mom make you fat?
She started feeding me.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 3, 35 cents and change in here. Alrighty guys, well, we have been live streaming for a while. We've only got one viewer, we've got 12 likes, and we have been streaming for like 2 hours or 25 minutes. So I'm gonna say peace out. You wanna say peace out? And we are out. This